No, he cannot be dashing. No, he gets the third one as well.
Wow! Gets the side. Fight on! I mean, lightning fast gets another. He's gonna get probably another. Lightning fast! Oh my god! To get one, he gets another. MW1 proving to be the hero. Gets a lot of spam coming in. Gets a MW1 is coming up clutch.
Look at Paradox! He's gonna go find that one! He's actually gonna be able to get away with murder and probably survive with a third kill as well! One tap gun comes in as the backup, and Paradox!
Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2 powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your host, Assassin47. On the desk with me are casters and analysts, Aggressive and Universe. How are you guys doing? Starting with you, Aggressive.
Honestly, I'm pumped. Yesterday I was the host, and now back on the casters panel once again. And hey, you're here, and you know for a fact that whenever Assassin is on the host stats, it's gonna be one banger of a match. And honestly, ORGLESS versus GE. The underdogs versus the big dogs here, Assassin. Who's going to be able to win it out? Or are we going to see a massive upset where GE goes down?
Well, talking about upsets, we did see an upset for the first half of the day, which was Squad versus TEC Esports, where TEC Esports, they went ahead and got the win in two maps itself, 13-1 and 13-3. That was quite an upset coming out from the side of Squad. We were expecting quite a lot from them, but hey, we've got Global Esports going up against the side of ORGLESS 5, and I'm very excited for this. What about you, Universe?
Oh, I'm excited as well. This is absolutely going to be a crazy match for sure. ORGLESS 5, first time into this tournament. They're going to have a chance to prove themselves against the very top of the table. Global Esports are, the biggest test right up front, and I'm pretty sure that going into this, they would have expected a little bit of, a slightly easier matchup. But hey, they're going to have to face the Giants right up front, and if or not, they're going to be able to make sure that they come ahead and try to beat them, or even get one map out of this match, is going to be something that we're going to have to wait and see, because global, they are pretty damn good right now.
That they definitely are. Global Esports, they have been feeling it, and with all of their recent victories as well, they kind of are in that momentum where they are going to go ahead and put up the big Ws in whatever match that they play as well. They have a little bit of a revenge story as well moving into Gauntlet Season 2. They definitely want to go ahead and claim that trophy, at least for Season 2. So, really looking forward to seeing what Global Esports are going to do. But now we're gonna move in over towards the group standings, and we're gonna see what exactly is the story that is cooking up over there. Because yeah, you've got Team Exo who have put up their first victory they have claimed that first spot on the Group B standings. This is a Group B match, by the way. If you guys don't know, just to let you know, there's a Group B match between Global Esports and Team ORGLESS 5. Aggressive, I want your thoughts on Group B. So yeah, this is the first day for me, at least in Season 2, and actually, I'm asking all of our analysts as well. I asked Floki what was his thoughts for Group A in the first half of the day, and now it's time for you to tell me what do you think about Group B.
Honestly, Group B is where I would say a lot more of the balanced squads are at. There's not really a lot of outlier top caliber teams that are gonna just completely stomp each other. There are, of course, like bits and bobs here and there that you can say that, hey, the number one and number two position should be highly contested for, because of course going to be Team Exo, Global, Force One, and of course Team Valor being there. But at the same time, I feel as though there is a possibility of a lot of upsets, because Team Cohesion and now ORGLESS 5, these are the teams that I'm really looking out to see them bring something a little bit more different. Group B is very much shrouded in mystery. We can't really say who the top four teams are going to be. Maybe the number one and number two we already know, but Group B is where I would say it's a wild card. We can never guess what's going to happen here. But Group A, yeah, that's going to be a battle for the century, because we know who the top four teams have the highest possibility of being. But at the same time, we cannot talk about the standings. Anyone can be number one, anyone can be number two, so on and so forth.
Completely agree to you on that as well, and really looking forward to seeing what the story is going to be for the SATA Group B, by the way, because we know for a fact that in Season 1, Group B was known as the Group of Death, but now Group A is the one which is sort of looking deadly. So yeah, Group B, how exactly that story is going to turn is going to be something that we have to wait as well till the end of Gauntlet Season 2. But what you guys don't have to wait for are the team intros and their team spotlights. So let's quickly get on for the team intro as well now. We're going to be starting off with the side of Team Global Esports. And Universe, I want your thoughts on Global Esports, and how exactly do you think are they going to go ahead and fight it out against the side of ORGLESS 5 today?
I think it's going to be textbook Valorant. They're going to go with what they know. They know that they are one of the best teams there is, and ORGLESS 5, completely unproven. Their talent is raw. They have stepped into this out of the shadows, and they're being thrown directly into the light, where they are going to see a Goliath in front of them in the form of Global Esports. And every single player on this team, I mean, no matter how much I talk about them, it's going to be less. But clearly, if SK Rossi is going to be at the top of his game with that operator, if we can see Hellranger call off calls that we see him do with the 200 IQ plays that he does, the fakes coming in, lightning fast to hold down the sides, Kappa to chime in with the information that he does and the kills, and not to forget skills with his beautiful controller abilities as well. This team is jam-packed with superstars, and ORGLESS 5, if they need to be very, very careful, because if not, they might just get steamrolled over.
Through that, Global Esports, they are known for their creative plays as well in and around the entire map, and I really can't wait to see what Hellranger is going to do today to lead the squad to victory. But yeah, what we can definitely be sure about is the fact that Global Esports, at least on paper, they do have the caliber to go ahead and get the victory against ORGLESS 5 today. Unless, of course, ORGLESS 5 come in with a little bit of a plot twist, which we can expect out of them as well. Because yeah, I mean, ORGLESS 5, for a fact that these guys are quite the aim stars themselves, and going up against a team like Global Esports, we know for a fact that aim is something that is that comes secondary against Global Esports. You gotta play the big brain plays against Hellranger, and with the plays that they're gonna make, it's gonna be quite difficult for you to go ahead and claim the rounds as well. But anyways, let's quickly get on over towards the team spotlight, or the intro for the side of Team ORGLESS 5 now. And Aggressive, I want your thoughts on ORGLESS 5, because we know for a fact that this is their debut in the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2 powered by WD back in AMD Ryzen Radeon. but their players, they're quite well known out there in the community.
For sure. I've heard a lot of these names, and personally, I've not really seen them play Valorant in the high caliber tournaments that I've watched personally. But I feel as though Assassin, you know these players a lot more. And honestly, I have to love the poses that they have given to us for this team intro. Like everyone else is just standing with their arms crossed, another guy's like ready. I want to take this fight, and that's what I like about this Team ORGLESS fight. They have a lot of fun in them, and that's why I would say that, hey, they're going to be ready for the fight. And if you're having fun on the server, even when the odds are stacked against you, even when you're facing such a top caliber team of GE's caliber, you're going to be able to hold on down strong. You're going to be able to use your own game plan, your own coordination properly to take a lot of those different engagements. So let's see if they can carry over the confidence that they've shown here on their team intro poses over towards the server as well. Because Assassin, I'm really excited. In ORGLESS fight, they could just pull off the impossible.
Yeah, I mean, something unique, right? Like most of the players, they usually tend to give out the default pose, which is going to be something like this. But then, yeah, you definitely see a little bit of a change coming in from the Sarah Team ORGLESS fight. Let's hope that their gameplay is going to showcase that change as well. Let's hope that they are going to be the ones to make a difference against teams like Global Esports and others in this particular group. But hey, with that, we come to an end with the team spotlights and the team intros. Now it's time to talk about the battlefield, the battlegrounds for this particular best of 3 match. So let's quickly get on over towards the map veto and see which maps are going to be played today between both of these teams. And we're going to be starting off with the map of Bind. Interesting, isn't it? I mean, Global Esports going out and picking up the map of Bind. I was expecting something like an Icebox or a Split to start things off, but hey, looks like that Global Esports, they are in a mood to maybe chill around a little bit. So we're going to be starting off with Bind, and then we're going to be jumping straight into Italy, into the streets of Ascent, and then on towards Split. So, Universe, what are your thoughts on the map veto?
This is pretty much, I think, what you would see as a common map pool, Bind and Ascent are probably 2 of the most played maps in this tournament, or the previous one for that matter, apart from Haven, I would say. But Bind, Global Esports, I'm not surprised they picked this. We all know how good they are. We know their lineups. They love to go with that double controller, double initiator, and a single duelist lineup. And they just absolutely dominate with the way that they play on Bind. And not to forget, they even beat Velocity Gaming on Bind in the grand finals, if I'm not wrong. And the way they did it was absolutely crazy. So if they can pull off another victory like that against ORGLESS 5, should be pretty easy for them. And Ascent, though, pretty much a safe haven, I would say, as ORGLESS 5 are going for something that they would definitely know that is there in their book. But whether or not they're going to be going there with a victory is of question, because once you have Global Esports putting their hand on your head and spinning you around like they want you to, you're not going to be feeling all that comfortable on Ascent, because the aftermath of the first map is just going to give you all sorts of turbulent body nausea, and that's not going to be good for them.
Universe, it sounds as though you're speaking from personal experience by that.
Damn.
It
Okay.
does sound like that, Assassin.
Is there some sort of like a personal experience over there, Universe?
No, absolutely not. I think Gracie told me about this 2 days ago, what he was feeling. So, yeah.
Okay, pin that on me, man.
All right, guys. Well, with that, we are at the end of the analyst desk for the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2 powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We're going to be jumping straight into the match. The casters for the day are going to be Aggressive and Universe. They're going to be walking you through the entire story, the entire battle as well between both of these teams. May the best team win. And while we go on for a short break and the message from our sponsors, I want you guys to go ahead and check out the links down in the description below and check out the deals coming in from our sponsors, LG Ultragear, WD Black, and AMD Ryzen Radeon. Please go ahead and check out these deals and, get yourselves a beast of an upgrade. And we'll be seeing you guys in the Gauntlet as well. Maybe you might be able to shine with all of these crazy upgrades as well. With that, you guys were watching the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2 powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We're going to be right back after the message from our sponsors.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We made a short run down from the analysts over to the casters to bring you this amazing matchup of the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, followed by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. And hey, Universe, I'm really excited for this matchup, so let's head on down over to the map video screen and see, once again, what the battleground is going to be, because I want to give my own personal thoughts, because you gave yours, and here, I would say that Bind is one of those maps that I didn't really expect to get picked up by the side of Global. Notoriously, back before, they were known to be not the strongest team on Bind, and we have seen that being showcased over and over again on a lot of multiple occasions, where it is very difficult for them to take control of this map properly, and if they get caught off guard by a lot of the weirder strategies being pulled off by teams such as Enigma, sometimes they do falter under that pressure and they lose here, but will they be able to come on back stronger? It's going to be the real question here, but at the same time, Universe, it is going to be a cave.
Oh, that is going to be interesting. This is the first time I think that we're going to be seeing a KO come in over here. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure Global Esports are not going to be expecting this. And now Knives just, he needs to prove himself. And if they pick a Yoru as well, Bullseye was looking to go for it. Okay, he's moving around now. Okay, are they going for a no duelist setup? That could... No, I think, yeah, he's going to be locking it in. And this is a very, very... moving around sort of lineup that we're seeing. There's a Sky, there's a Brimstone, there's a Viper, there's a KO, and there's a Jet. On the other side of things, it's pretty much stable outcomes for the side of Global Esports, as they've got the Sova, they've got the Breach that we usually love to see, they've got the Viper and the Brimstone, and they've got the Jet on SK Rossi. Are they going to be able to stop the side of... Force, I'm saying ORGLESS 5 is going to be a question, because Global Esports, they are right now on attack, that I know, and they need to push through, because I'm not quite sure how exactly these guys from the ORGLESS 5 team have prepared themselves with this KO, but I am very, very excited to see how they're going to be utilizing him.
It's going to be one of the more interesting matchups, I would say, in my eyes, because you know for a fact that I'm an advocate for KO, and I pretty much play KO whenever it's possible, and if I have a good duelist on my team, because if there's not a good duelist on my team, I will never touch KO. That's my own personal reasons. But at the same time, when you consider the caliber of Bullseye on a Jet, I think Knife Jester, he's going to be in that perfect spot to give over the mantle to his buddy and be like, I'm going to set you up, just go down and get all the frags that you need. And Knife Jester, if he's able to get a lot of value out of this kill, it's going to be absolutely incredible. But at the same time, that Knife does not get a lot of value. Does spot out SP Rossi, though, at the bare minimum, so he's going to be able to back on off. But that information being given away basically means that they need to play this a lot more slower. Kappa opting to use the Owl Drawer. That's such a beautiful grenade coming on down through from the side of Knife Jester. And I think that we already have seen how good KO can be just from one initial knife and a beautiful grenade.
Oh yeah, here comes the force. Okay, Kev actually gets that kill even though he was concussed, and he's going to be running all the way back as Kirossi goes down. And that's the duelist denied from his duties. Kev gets another. Rex is going to find one more. And Global Esports are falling apart in this pistol. They get the plan down. Kappa gets one, but Kev is just going on a rampage as ORGLESS 5 are going to be finding the pistol. And Global Esports, I am not quite sure they know what hit him, because that was a beautiful round, especially from Kev, who got a 3K. And yeah, he deserved that smile on his face.
Yeah, that is absolutely incredible. But man, Kev, what were those shots? Swinging down from the side of Spawn and into the angle of Hookah. He got a beautiful one-tap down onto one. He was able to take down SK Rossi and just systematically dismantle 3 people without them even knowing what hit them. Beautifully done from the side of ORGLESS 5. A really good pistol round. But at the same time, I would say that whenever you are playing this breach-based composition, it's really hard to get a lot of value out of your own utility when it comes out to the first initial round. So I would say no harm, no foul. The buy round is where a lot of the fun is about to start. But at the same time, GE, they're opting to go in for a force buy instead of save.
Yeah, they are, and this could prove to be a little bit of topsy-turvy situation for them. Skills, he is playing the Brim, and oh boy, Kev, the Brim on the other side is gonna make sure that Lightning Fast is not able to do anything. El Ranger's gonna throw in the Aftershock, but Kev is completely undeterred. He gets flagged, he gets another kill. Okay, this guy is on a roll clearly. Skills is finally gonna find one's return. SK Rossi gets one. Kev put a stop to. Rex is gonna trade back as there's a pinstripe of kill feed coming in, as Global Esports have brought it down to a 2v2. But the one thing is to be considered that his skills is very low on HP, and Kappa needs to do the work for his team over here. Knife Jester, he still has the grenade to his utilization. He can stop the plant with it. He could just kill off Skills with just one blow of that grenade. But is he going to be able to use it properly? Kappa, he can pick up the weapon as well. And look at what Global Esports players are doing. They're playing with their minds, and this drone right here, as soon as he releases it, which I don't think, yeah, they're not going to. They're actually pushing in. Oh boy, this is such a weird exchange of positioning. I don't exactly know what ORGLESS are thinking, but clearly they think it's B. Yeah, it's going to be A. And there it is. It's going to be the plan going down, and they've realized it. And all the way back they go.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of space really quickly, and the fact that the entirety of GE were able to take forward positions like this just puts them in a much more of a dangerous position, but they need to be quick about this, because if they take this a little bit too slow, GE, they could just shut them down. Yes, the HP is not there, but I don't think Knife Jester knows where his position is going to be. Skills gets away with murder. He does get one first initial kill, triple kill for Skills. Gets spotted out by Kappa as well, and Patrick, he has absolutely nothing in his arsenal to try and go in for a play, to try and go in for this clutch. Even if he gets his kill down on the Skills, he doesn't know where to look, and Skills with a beautiful 4K just dancing around the box perfectly. GE, they pull off the impossible. I thought that this was a round loss in their favor, but the over-rotation, I understand you wanted to play it together, but there is a possibility they could have gone down towards that A side. They get read like an open book, and GE, it just took away the second round on the board.
Oh my god, that was absolutely crazy. I mean, I really thought that ORGLESS 5 were going to run away with this, but clearly it was Skills and the rest of the gang to prove us wrong. They got that round, and it's 1-1 scoreline now. Bullseye pops the head of SK. Oh my god, that's gonna hurt him. right where it shines. And Global Esports, they've brought it back to a 4v4. And they have the... Oh, wait. Did Nigel just go past Kappa?
Oh, no.
Oh, this is going to be such a pain. Kappa, I don't think he's called it out. Oh, wait, I think he has. Okay, he did. All right. I got a little bit worried over there. Hellranger took care of Knife Jester. As I think Kappa was strategic in his calls. He told that this he's let one cross. And here it is. The rest of ORGLESS 5, yeah, they're going to go down one by one. As Skills takes a 3k for himself. And it is going to be Global Esports to take the lead back 2-1. And they look pretty calm and composed. So you can see that over here, aggressive. No emotions whatsoever, but clearly they know what they're doing.
This is GE for you. They're cold-hearted killers for a reason. Not even a bead of sweat on their foreheads. Even though Rossi just got slapped in the face with that Marshall, he's like, it's completely fine. I got my buddies out here to, of course, watch my back no matter what happens. Right, and moving on down towards the side of ORGLESS 5, I would say that really good round coming on down from them. They had a lot of the utility in their arsenal. They were able to come out on top when it came onto the trades. I would say, in a way, a really successful league round in the long run. But at the same time, the 3-stack on A and a 2-player on B, I kind of understand what they're going for, opting to go in for a double initiator composition to try and slow down the push as much as possible, allowing the operator to rotate back towards them in time. But at the same time, Universe, I feel as though this hold could just end up really badly if Bullseye's not able to get this kill, and I don't like where this is going. Positions have been revealed, but the shots are going to be coming on in, and Knife Jester actually gets a kill down on Rossi. Bullseye with another swing. Still able to take down Hellranger, and the Flash and Ash combination is no longer on the map. What can GE do? They have control down towards the angle of Lamps, but Rex, he's just holding that spot. Skills cannot make that push happen, and if Lightning Fast dies here, it's already done and dusted.
Yeah, Global Esports, they fell apart pretty quickly over here. And I don't think they knew what hit him. Kev, he's gonna get another one, and this guy's been on a roll so far. Skills is finally gonna find Rex in that corner. Knife just to immediately trade back. And the last man standing is gonna be Kappa, who cannot escape the bullets of Kev. And wow, ORGLESS 5, they are definitely putting up a fight right up front with both the Brimstones from the teams are leading the charge over here, aggressive. And honestly, I love seeing it. I love seeing the old man come into play with his smokes and the bullets as well.
Yeah, the level of gameplay coming on down through from the side of Kev, it's actually incredible. But at the same time, we have to give it to Skills. The way he's able to get a lot of these sneaky kills, it feels as though this is going to be a match of the Brimstones. Kev versus likes of Skills. Who's going to be able to come out on top? It's going to be the real question. But at the same time, Bullseye taking a page out of SK Rossi's book, goes in aggressive, nearly gets popped in the head by Hellranger holding off on that angle. But at the same time, they need to be very much careful, because Rossi does get the first initial kill down onto Rex. And with this first initial kill, things could just be opening up a lot down towards this A side. They need to force the issue though. They cannot stay in this angle for long. Lightning Fast, he was just not ready for it. He expected Kev to be in the blast radius of the concussive shot, but he was not in. But Hellranger still is going to be able to get that trade. Go and take it down over to the 3 versus 4 situation that they want. Bullseye holding it down strong. He's just not going to be able to hit that shot though. Kappa toying with his feelings. Catches Bullseye with his pants out. Slaps a bullet into his skull, and already, yeah, 1 versus 4 situation. Patrick versus the entire world universe. I don't think he's gonna be.
Yeah, 1v4 and nothing to work with. Just a Vandal that he probably will want to save. But they have the economy to work with though. They have a bit to buy, and he hears the sound of that Skills is making, but he's just gonna back off. He thinks he's gonna be pushing him, but he's actually not. Global Esports successful in getting this round as ORGLESS 5 got hit on pretty hard, and Patrick is just going to be able to save this Vandal for himself. They do have economy to buy in over here, and Patrick can drop a weapon as well, aggressive. But Global Esports, they're going to be feeling pretty good about that round as they executed it perfectly. And now they are looking to exploit a lot more. And the operator though is again in play from the hands of Bullseye. And yeah, I'm not going to count out one more thing that we can see, and that is a judge in the hands of Rex, which could again be another turning point.
Yeah, Judges and Vipers are really good, primarily because Viper can get a lot of forward positions because of her smokes, or she can just place down a Viper spin and be like, hey, you want to come into my world? I'm just going to be ready for you. But at the same time, Rex, you don't push up to throw out your toxic bites, man. and they pay the ultimate price for it. But I like this play from the side of Kev. He understands that, hey, I need to try and slow them down. I need to try and go in for a kill. And the reverse ultimate comes on down from the side of Skills to take out Kev. Lightning Fast is not going to be able to survive for long, though. But at the same time, I think that Kev, he got his revenge story. He was like, you want to ult me? I'm going to kill you in the process. They're going to be able to survive and they're going to be able to do a lot. But look at the lineup from the side of Knife Jester. Beautifully done from his end to get that plant off. But at the same time, Patrick with a double kill, Bullseye with one more on towards the side of Lightning Fast. It's already pretty much done and dusted. And I'm pretty sure that they have not seen Rossi, but Rossi, he's gonna be able to survive. He's gonna be able to get that kill down onto Patrick. The halfway defeat should be going on down through, but Rossi, he knows for a fact, he's playing it so beautifully. He knows for a fact that Bullseye is not gonna be holding that angle because he has an operator in his hand. He cannot go in for that quick scope, and Rossi, reaction time faster than the speed of light. He's gonna be able to get a beautiful one tap down on towards the side of Bullseye. Does not want to pick up that operator because he is playing entry, and that's gonna be another beautiful round coming on down through from the side of GP.
An absolutely beautiful round indeed. Global Esports are showing that they're slowly but surely trying to get their dominance coming in over here. A little bit of an assertion from their side, saying that, okay guys, you might have got 2 rounds, but yeah, we're back in over here. We're trying to get you to sit down. And now it is Global Esports with the 4th round. Although they give up a couple of kills over there, they're going to be okay with it. And oh, SK Rossi rushes in, but finds his death after 1 kill. Kev somehow still finds that kill after being concussed, and he's going to be okay with that in this eco though, as just 1 man down for the side of Global Esports, and that is SK Rossi. The remaining of them should be good enough to hold on this push, and hopefully this time they're not going to give away as many kills as they did last round.
They're actually holding it down strong and holding it down properly, but at the same time, they need to be very much careful because these eco rounds can go horribly wrong if you try and underestimate your opponents. One small mistake, one small overpush could just end pretty much everything. Bullseye, he knows for a fact that one member has to be holding on down towards the angle. Lands, and he's gonna be able to get that first initial kill. Lightning Fast does go on down through, and a beautiful shock dart coming on down from the side of Kappa's gonna be able to tag down. Yeah, Bullseye to 1 HP. Knife Jester is going to be good for 1. Will it be good for 2 is going to be the real question. Not going to be able to find out much at that rate. A little bit of a love tap down towards the side of Kappa. He's going to be able to get back out unscathed. But I guess the silver lining is that he needs to buy some extra armor. So I would say it can work out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It was alright. But ORGLESS 5, although they, you know, had put up 2 rounds on the board, I really thought they were going to actually put up a lot more. Unfortunately, right now, after that slow bit of momentum that they got, is just being completely deterred down. As SK Rossi is rising up to the challenge, along with Skills leading the way as well. And now with the 5th round on the board, looking to make a 6th. Global Esports, they're looking really good. Knife Jester holding a very cheeky angle. Throws in the knife, tries to get a little bit of information, and he knows that there's 3 players outside there. And he's going to throw in that grenade to stop in any pushes coming in. By Lightning Fast though, he's going to find Patrick towards B-Long, and that's going to be Global Esports with the advantage already. As ORGLESS 5, they need to reconsider their options. Now in a 2-man setup on either side, they're getting a huge push coming in from Global Esports towards A. The rotation has been called in. As Kelsey finds the counter jet, and he's running in for more. He's going to get sprayed down though. Excuse me, I need to take a little bit of a breather because Global Esports, they're taking my breath away.
These guys they're not stopping even for a second when it comes down to the gas pedal, but it's all up to Kev. Kev's gonna be good for 1. If Kev just gets 1 more kill as he makes this push happen down towards the side of Hellranger, things are gonna be looking up for the side of the defenders, but at the same time, Lightning Fast, he's on a beautiful flank of his own. He's able to take down 1 player, and pretty much already done it. Dustin, Kev's gonna be good for 1, but he's not gonna be good for 2. Kappa with a re-swing is gonna be able to get an immediate trade for his buddy Hellranger. And honestly, my boy Universe choked on his drink for this play, and honestly, GE, they delivered beautifully.
Oh yeah, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of had a scratchy throat towards there at the end, but hey, Aggressive was always there to cover me up, and guess who else covered up? Global Esports. And they are looking to extend their lead further and furthermore. 6 rounds on the board now, and Aggressive, although ORGLESS 5 got those 2 rounds and Kev is looking pretty good, they're not able to capitalize anymore, are they?
Yeah, at this point, I don't really know what the side of ORGLESS 5 are really trying to do, because it feels as though they're taking a lot of different gunfights, but at the same time, hey, you just don't peek Knife Jester like that. The amount of times I've seen Rossi going for a swing against this man and just get 1 stepped out of existence, the level of confidence that Nightjester has, it's through the roof, but at the same time, with an ultimate now coming on down through from multiple different sidelines, Kev's gonna be able to trying to shut down the Viper, but like Best knows, he's not gonna be jumping on down and immediately swings around the corner. Kev's gonna be good for one, will it be good for a second? It's gonna be the real question. Kev's gonna be good for three instead. Swing's gonna be coming out, bullseye with that Marshall, not gonna be able to get that kill though. Rex though is gonna be able to shut down one more, and Hellrager tried as hard as that 1 versus 3 situation. He's just not gonna be able to get it. And Kev, the superstar for the side of ORGLESS 5, ladies and gentlemen. 15 and 7 on the scorecards, 10 kill above his second fragger, and the highest frags on the entire game. Kev, on that Brimstone, he's just having a field day here, Universe.
Oh yeah, he's definitely feeling it, and Global Esports are being the recipient of those bullets and feelings that he's generating, and clearly it's working out for his team. They put up another round on the board finally after Global Esports clearly just shut them down for a couple of rounds, and now they're gonna be feeling good off of that. And they're gonna try to hold on. A little bit of damage being chipped, not so much though. And here comes that. But it's gonna
poor Kev.
Yeah, it's gonna be Global Esports completely obliterating Kev. This time he's not gonna be able to do it, but Bullseye gets one though, and he's gonna be just completely pushed off of his position. A lot of utility by that breach is causing a lot of damage for them as well. As Global Esports are capitalizing upon it one after one, and as a result of that, it's gonna be the last man standing over here. It's gonna be Bullseye who dashes into the Viper's snake bite, but it's actually gonna go down to the hands of Skills, and it is gonna be the side of Global Esports to immediately respond back as they get round number 7 on the board. And yeah, I mean, look at the pace of their counter attack, right? The way they completely aggress that situation. This breach ultimate, that Brimstone ultimate, and then the flashes coming in. It's so quick, it's so aggressive, it's so very forceful. It's like they're pushing, food down their throat, which they do not want to eat. And clearly, Global Esports are very good at doing that.
The level of game plans that they are trying to employ now towards on Bind is what I really like. Remember before in the previous season when they pulled off Bind once again against other teams, I was like, why is the side of Global so slow? They should be trying to go in for a lot more rushes because they have the composition that utilizes rushes so beautifully, but at the same time now, it feels as though they embody the rush itself, just going in for these plays, going in for those swings. They give like absolutely no two damns, but at the same time, Rossi, I think he needs to give a little bit of a dab about his life because with 8 HP, he's not going to be swinging that corner. Does tag Patrick out a lot, so that could be the only silver lining here. Hellrager going in for a swing of his own. He just gives like no two. Like, he just does not care, man. He's just going for it, but at the same time, he needs to care just a little bit. Kev with a beautiful white, he's going to be able to take down one. Skills is going to be good for his third, and now Bullseye, yeah, he's just sitting around with a Marshall, trying to make a play happen, trying to wait for the smoke to go away, or maybe if someone pushes him, that could be the only silver lining here, Universe, but this eco round, yeah, it's not going to be successful whatsoever. Even if you got like 4 kills here, it really doesn't matter in the long run because being down over 5 rounds, yeah, that's not a position you want to be on your own defensive side.
Yeah, absolutely. Global Esports are pushing the gun so far ahead, and it's just hurting ORGLESS 5 more and more. As you can see, a part of the scoreline as well. It's 8-3 now, and you can see that they're feeling the heat. They know they're facing off a giant. They know that they've got to play it a little bit more carefully. And oh boy! Oh, what is Rossi?
What?
He just turned around for a second. I do not know why, but Bullseye completely obliterated the back of his head, and that ultimate completely rendered useless. And ORGLESS have an immediate advantage as Global Esports are trying to push in towards his A side. Rex is gonna stop 2 of them. He pops in the ult as well. It is the last round, and Global Esports, they just fell apart of just 1 kill that Bullseye got. Make that a second for him. That kill onto Rossi was all they needed, and Rex to chime in those 2. I mean, Global Esports, they could have got this round, but unfortunately, they're not going to find anything. And now the last man standing Kappa is running towards B to get that plant down and probably win this round in a 1v5 clutch. If he does it, he's going to be a big hero. But if it doesn't look likely at all, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, we give this guy the nickname of Clutch Pop for a reason. But at the same time, I think my caster's curse just chimed on it as soon as he passed me the mic. So, Kappa, I'm really sorry, but you can blame Universe for that. So, we're going to be heading on down over to that 4-8 scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. a really admirable first half coming on down through from both sides. And in the long run, I would say that, hey, this can work out. It's a pretty good scoreline, but at the same time, considering the potency of that KO when it comes down to the defensive side, because using your knives, using your grenades is a lot more easier there. I really want to see how they're going to be utilizing him when it comes down to a lot of the pushes on towards the B side and also the A side, because those flashes, along with the sky flashes, can completely change the dynamic of the entire pistol round if you are able to use them properly, though. And a lot of pressure will be falling onto Bullseye. Performed really well. Kev, he has had an amazing performance, but for Bullseye, he's just not able to hit the mark just yet.
Yeah, now Global Esports, they need to hold off this push coming in from the side of ORGLESS 5, which looks concentrated towards B. Smoke comes in from Skills, and he's on the other side of it.
They don't know.
This push could prove to be fatal. They don't even know where he is. Skills, he's escaping, he gets the kill. What? Skills, no way you just did that. Askerosi finds two himself, and just like that, with just 10 seconds of them pushing into this side, they are completely shut down. And oh my god, that flash, that smoke, and Skills completely unaware. I mean, for a couple of seconds, Patrick didn't even turn back to check where Skills was. Just look at this, like, Bullseye runs in, right? He gets flashed off. And look at that. After this, Patrick doesn't even check it. He doesn't even know where Skills is. And still, even after Skills was reloading, he could not get that kill. And on the back of side, Askerosi is doing his own thing as he gets 2 shots with that Sheriff. And he shuts down the 2 players who ran into the side. And just like that, Global Esports put up round number 9 on the board and an advantage in their favor.
That Skills.
Spike
Like,
down
Patrick has a family. You just don't turn around, buddy hop the guy, swing back, and then just headshot him in the forehead. That is not how it works, but at the same time, hey, this is the side of GE for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the level of gameplay that they're going to be bringing down to the table, and they're just going to keep on pushing it. They're not going to step off the gas pedal for even a second. Skills riding the momentum strong for the side of GE. And remember what I told you, Universe? This is going to be a battle of the Brimstones. Just look at the scorecards, my man. 21-6 for Skills and 17-11 for Kev. These guys are in a race to try and reach the top.
Oh my god, yeah, clearly. The controllers are doing the work over here, especially the Brimstones. And it is working out for Global Esports at the moment. Our Skills is just completely... I don't even know how he put up those numbers. In 14 rounds, he's put up 21 kills. And clearly, he's having a field there. As Askerosi, look at him, he runs in, he gets completely smoked off. He's running in for more. And somehow, he still doesn't wait for that recon, and he gets his head blown up as a result of it. Too much aggression. It probably is gonna lead to your death, but look at where Skills. Oh boy, this is gonna be a very awkward exchange of positioning. Skills, he can't find the head of Kev. Now it's a Brimstone versus Brimstone over here aggressive. But look at this. Oh my god. I don't think Kev is gonna spot him out. Oh, he does. And he's gonna try to get him, and it's gonna be Kev to win out that battle just at the last second. The timing does not work out in the favor of Skills. Hellranger will find one back though, but that's gonna be it, as ORGLESS 5 are gonna make sure that they find this site for themselves, and it is gonna be the plan going down for them as well. And now in the 2v4, the call of save has already been made, as Lightning Fast is going for a closer angle, thinking that they might push in towards the defender side spawn, but it doesn't look like they're going to. As Kappa towards B-Long, he's just gonna be sitting with his Vandal and hoping that nobody comes to hunt him. Phantom, and nobody comes to hunt him.
Be an interesting play to say the very least. If they're able to get a couple of kills for themselves, but Lightning Fast trying to save a judge. Yeah, I don't know how I like this, but at the same time, I kind of like it as well, because if Lightning Fast goes in for a full judge save instead of trying to risk his life to maybe pick up a gun down towards the other sides, it's gonna be pretty good, because now he's gonna be able to play off his own Viper Spit or maybe play off his own scopes while he allows his teammates to have a gun for themselves, because you need to remember that Lightning Fast, he does have full armor, so he's going to be able to buy a proper gun and also get all of his utility in the process. So in a way, this is another pseudo buy round coming on down for the side of GE. They have enough money to go in for these type of plays if they really want to in the long run, and also have enough money moving on down the line to go in for further buys, because as Lightning Fast has 3,500 credits now, he has a choice: either go in for a buy, or he can save the money and go in for buys in the following rounds. And this time around, he's opting to give a buy to his teammates, allowing Hellranger to go in for full utility, full armor, and take the fight in a proper manner. But now, what's going to be the plan from the side of GE? Will they be opting to play it aggressively or go down defensive once again? Because that aggressive play that they made in that last round, yeah, it just really didn't work out in the same way that they did.
Yeah, it didn't. Now Global Esports, they are trying to aggress the matter a little bit towards B, where Skills is holding an aggressive position towards Hookah. As ORGLESS 5, they have realized what... Oh, wait, this is going to be a little bit problematic. Look at this. There's only one man left standing towards A, and it looks like ORGLESS 5 have read this perfectly. They're moving in, and they're moving in fast. As the only man standing over here is Lightning Fast. He's giving away his life
like
slowly
this.
inside it. Oh, it's gonna be so massive. Look at Lightning Fast. Lightning Fast. Oh, he gets sprayed down.
Planted.
Oh my god, Lightning Fast.
Dude, Universe, if Lightning Fast just turned around, he could have gotten a second kill down onto the Viper as well, but it's completely fine and dandy. He's able to take it down to a 3 versus 3 situation. He did his job beautifully, and now it's all up to Skills and Hellranger to try and make a play for themselves. Has a couple of flashes though, and now it's gonna be the time for Skills to make that push happen. With his buddy Hellranger onto the sidelines. Patrick does a beautiful swing, gets the timing down towards Hellranger. Skevs gets another kill down towards Kappa as well, and now yeah, I think it's pretty much done and dusted. Because of that one volley and Kev just playing time beautifully. Yes, he's gonna be able to take down Kev, but there's not really a lot of time. He just needs to make a run for it. Head on down towards the other side of the map, save his gun at the bare minimum, and try and live another day and try and save his gun as well. With that, that's gonna be 6 and 10 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. And GE, yeah, they're getting red like an open fiddle. Like, this is so incredible to say the very least, because ORGLESS 5, they're actually adapting. Yes, they're adapting really slowly, but when they do adapt, the adaptation is so flawless at GE, they're getting caught off guard.
You're absolutely right. They are getting caught off guard, and Global Esports, I'm pretty sure they did not expect this. They do have 10 rounds on the board, and they just need 3 more to go. But ORGLESS 5, they're giving them a tough time, clearly. And as a result, they have 6 on the board, and they're trying to make that happen again and again. They're trying to put another 6 on the board, hopefully for themselves, and get that 7th as well to make it 13 to 10. But okay, look at this push. Global Esports, Skills and Lightning Fast are running in. Bullseye to come to support his teammate as Rex, he struggled a bit, but he's gonna be okay. And Lightning Fast runs back completely towards the side. Kappa's gonna find... No, he's not. Patrick goes down. Takes him down, sorry. And it's gonna be Global Esports losing players one after the other. SK Rossi, he gets a little bit damaged, but he gets the Sheriff to his hands as well. I don't know how much that's going to help them. Right now, it's all up to Lightning Fast to pull out this round. We've seen him do these clutches before. Gets one, tries to spray down another. Goes for the reload, unfortunately, and he's not going to be able to survive that clash. It's going to be Patrick to take him down. As Hellranger, last man standing, with the knife out in his hands, is just going to go down to Patrick. Become his 3rd kill as ORGLESS 5 put up round number 7. Aggressive. This is looking pretty formidable from their side, and if they keep putting up round after round like this, Global Esports are going to have a more difficult time and maybe lose out this map at, you know, in the worst case scenario.
That's gonna be the worst case scenario though, but at the same time, that was an eco round, and in a way I would say, I guess it was successful. You did a little bit of chips of armor damage, you got 1 kill, but you need to have a lot more value when it comes down to those 4 rounds, and the fact that they're not able to find that, things are not going to be looking on up. But at the same time, Rossi, a little bit too aggressive, and Chester, he just kept on going. He really didn't expect Rossi to go in for a re-swing, and that is going to hurt him just a tiny little bit, as he did get caught out with his flash out in his hand. But at the same time, Bullseye, he's holding on down towards the angle. Puka trying to maybe get a cheeky kill down on the Hellranger, but Rossi's already there as the backup, holding it down strong. And I'm very sure that Rossi, he expects this. He knows for a fact that Bullseye holding on down towards the right-hand side, peeks the corner, and Bullseye gets taken down as well. That operator paying massive dividends down towards the side of GE, ladies and gentlemen. And now, 1 by 1, it's just cleanup duty now. Lightning Fast with another beautiful headshot down on the Rex. Send them straight to the teleporter. And now, it's Kev and Patrick. Will they be able to do it here, Universe? I don't really think so. They can invest their ultimates to maybe try and get a little bit of an advantage for themselves, but in the long run, I don't think that that's a really good idea. It's better to play for the 11th round and try and stop the overtime. Try and stop the match point instead.
Yeah, that would be better
30
for them.
seconds
But
left.
right now, it looks like they're going for an execute towards B. The flash goes in, the smoke goes in. Hellranger just ready for the flash. And it's going to be him and Kappa to shut it down. The 2 veteran players are going to make easy work out of them. And it's going to be Global Esports to put up round number 11 on the board over here. As they had a couple of hurdles that ORGLESS 5 put in their way. but they made it closer and closer to that victory spot of 13th round mark, and they just need 2 more now. And this round looks like it could go in their favor, given the fact that there is a little bit of a confidence dwindle happening on the side of ORGLESS 5. They have weaponry, they have utility, they still have ultimates as well. 4 ultimates on both sides, and who's going to come out on top is probably going to be an answer given by those very ultimates.
This round in particular is where the ultimates are going to be coming online and where the ultimates are going to be the most crucial part of this first initial trade up. Who's going to be able to come out on top is going to be the real question, and it feels as though ORGLESS are second guessing themselves. They do not want to go in for the push. They are expecting the side of GE to opt to go in for the push because of the amount of ultimates that they have. But GE, they're like, nope. We know for a fact that you're expecting us to come in for the push because of our ultimate, so we're not going to be the ones opting to go in for that push. And in a way, this is going to be reverse psychology versus reverse psychology. And at the very end of the day, who's going to be able to get the proper reverse psychology and then call up the shots? Because now, just look at skills, man. He's holding it down from the top side, and I don't think anyone's going to be expecting him. But the smoke does go on through. The ultimate is going to be popped as well. One by one, he's piling on up, and skills is going to be able to burn rest out into a crispy fry. Beautiful ultimates coming on down through from both sides. Gets a lot of damage, gets a lot of utility, and gets a lot of positions. No, skills is gonna be good for one. Like, that's gonna be able to take down Knife Jester one by one. The shots are going on in, and lightning fast with the lightning fast flick down towards Kev, and another beautiful shot onto the side of Patrick. Takes him down out and gets match point, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of GE. Beautifully done from both of these teams, but at the same time, GE, their ultimate usage was absolutely flawless. And Knife Jester, he didn't use his own KO ultimate to try and block off and nullify a lot of the ultimates that the side of GE could have used to try and make that entry happen. Universe, the KO absolutely had no value in that round.
Yeah, I mean, have we seen the KO's ult being popped yet? I don't think we have.
Yeah, once.
Once, yeah. Knife Jester has not been able. Oh, there it is again. Okay, just as we speak about it. It is gonna be Global Esports are gonna have to face off this KO running in, and another ultimate in the hand of Bullseye, who's got knives out and a judge as well. And Viper's Bib, 3 ultimates being committed, whereas it's gonna be the Hunter's Fury coming from the other side. It's not gonna find anybody, but lightning fast will though. Kev goes down. The plan, no, it's not gonna go down. Lightning fast even takes him down. And look at where Skirossi's standing. He's gonna get a kill for himself as Health Ranger finds one more. And oh my word, Global Esports, a shutdown. The highest order of flawless coming in, and look at the smiles on their faces. They're gonna be so happy with that. Every single ultimate from the side of ORGLESS 5 was committed into this, but Global Esports completely obliterated them. A phenomenal performance in that last round, particularly as Global Esports. Wow, my oh my, what a play by them. And kudos to the 2 Brimstones who played today though. Although it was skills to come out on top, it was a show of the Brimstones clearly. The Operator Strikes, the smokes, the Molotovs, everything came into play, and it was absolutely beautiful. But it was Global Esports to come out on top and show us that, yeah, they are the bosses.
Yeah, let's head on down over onto the LGL match highlights, because honestly, I don't really know what really happened here. Like, Universe, like, I expected the KO to be really good and really potent against a lot of the composition that they are actually running, but Knife Jester, it feels as though he was not really using his utility to the best of its ability. When he threw out a knife, he was using it to gain information instead of opting to use it to try and push onto a different sideline. He could have used it in multiple different ways to try and block off a lot of these aggressive plays that were coming on down from the side of Global. As soon as you see a flash from the side of Hellranger, why not throw out the knife there? Block off that first immediate push, and then allow your teammates to take better positioning so they can counteract a lot of the other flashes that Hellraiser can use to try and disorientate them. Was just not using a lot of his abilities in correspondence to what Global were bringing down to the table, and that just hurt them over and over again every single time. And as soon as Global, they found out that, hey, Knife Jester is not using his utility properly to counteract us, we can easily make this push happen. We don't need to wait for it. We just hit our go button and we just keep on going, because he is the biggest counter to us. And if he's not able to play his counter properly, then in the long run, I would say that it's already done and dusted and it's pretty much over. In ORGLESS 5, they had the perfect composition for it, but we're just not able to play it properly, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were so many times where you could just use that KO to the best of his abilities, knowing that when they have these ultimates available, when they have, when, in a round where you've got 4 ultimates available on both sides, you just know that they're going to use it, right? So that Chaos knife should be utilized at that moment, knowing when you're pushing in, they are definitely going to be throwing down that Orbital Strike or maybe the Viper Spit, or, they're going to be throwing down anything and everything that they can. So you need to know where exactly they're playing. And Skills was playing for such a long time, in that U-Haul position, that they could have just completely countered him. 7 seconds is such a long time for him to not use his smokes, not use his Molotov, not use his ultimate as well. But unfortunately, it was just not utilized in the way that they would have expected it to. And Global Esports, they made complete and utter utilization of what the mistakes that was made by the side of ORGLESS. And they completely obliterated them. 13-7, a scoreline, that pretty decent scoreline, to be honest. I think Global Esports could have, I expected a battering. I thought, maybe 13-4, 13-3 was what we were going to see. But ORGLESS 5 actually put up a pretty good performance by themselves. And Kev, clearly the MVP of that match, 20 kills. 2 times ahead of the next 2 players in his team. And he needed the support, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get it. And Knives Jester, you can see he got just 5 kills, and that KO was not at all useful. Unfortunately for them, they have lost out this map as a result of it, which also was a pick of Global Esports. So going into Ascent aggressive, I think they should be feeling a little bit comfortable for sure, because they know that this is a map that they've chosen. But how comfortable, given that Global Esports have already won out the first map and in such good manner, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be picking up the pace in the second map as well. It's just an aeroplane that is the name of Global Esports that's just going to be trying to landing in with smooth sailing. And I don't think if ORGLESS 5 are going to be giving them some turbulence along the way, they're going to have to do a lot more work than they did in this map.
Completely agree with you there. But speaking of comfort, ladies and gentlemen, get yourself comfortable back at home, because we need to be heading on down over onto a short break. But as you are getting comfortable, why don't you scan the QR code that just showed up a couple seconds ago? It's going to show up once again when we do go into the BRB screen. So yeah, scan that code, get yourself a can of Red Bull, get yourself energized, because I feel as the ORGLESS 5, they have a lot of tips and tricks for us to show on towards map number 2, because on Ascent, I feel as though the sneaky nature of the underdogs could just be coming on down to full fruition, or it could be the side of GE taking them down in a very fast-paced manner, because Ascent is a map where GE, they're very confident, and SK Rossi, he just loves to play it aggressively. But at the same time, we can speculate all day long, and the map could just be a complete tipsy-turvy ride. We never know. So we're going to be heading on down over into a short break, and we'll be back to the real shortly with the Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. We'll catch you in just a little. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I told you it's going to be a short break, and we are already back. I hope you get your can of Red Bull as well by scanning the QR code down there, because now it's going to be another intense matchup for the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WWE Black and AMD Ryzen Radiant. As we are back and heading on down over to the map selection screen one more time, because Ascent is going to be where it's at, baby. And Universe, I'm really excited for this. I know for a fact that you have a lot of choice words after what happened in
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ascent is going to be definitely one of the maps that I would want to see these two play, because we know that Ascent is a map that, pretty much every single team plays. ORGLESS 5 will definitely feel comfortable upon it, and so does Global Esports. Bind was a little bit of a different case. Global Esports were a lot better, but now I would say it's even grounds. With Global Esports having the advantage of a map, they're going to go into this with a little bit more ease. But Look at this. Chaos being used up again, and he's actually being changed this time as Rex is going for, excuse me, Knife Jester is going for the Astra, and it's going to be Kev to pick up the controller over there, the initiator over there, which is KO. And okay, they're shifting up roles. Clearly they know what they're doing in this. They have a little bit of a different approach to this. Kev, who played Brimstone in the last map, I thought he was, going to be the resident controller for them, but clearly they are shifting up roles, and I want to see how exactly Kev is going to be using it, because he was pretty good last map. So I think he's got the confidence to play that role, and if he feels it up, good for him, because I'm pretty sure his team needs a little bit of a confident play and someone to lead them from the front, as Kev did in the last map, and it looks like he could be doing it this map as well.
Yeah, now it's gonna be up to Kev to try and maybe bring back a little bit more, firepower down to their side, because I feel as though Kev, he's one of those players, he was a lot more confident in his peak, so having that KO will allow him to try and peak a lot of those angles a lot more confidently in comparison. So let's see if the ORGLESS side can pull this off, but I feel as though their confidence have taken a massive hit after what happened in the last map, because they had a lot of rounds in their favor, but the game plans coming on down from the side of GE was just on another level, and that just hurt them. But at the same time, Rossi, talking about hurt, he's down to 35 HP by getting hit with a ghost in the forehead through that.
Yeah, and Global Esports, they are having to defend this, which looks very aggressive, but okay, SK Rossi pops ahead, Patrick gets one back in return, Skills is gonna find another, and ORGLESS 5, they're completely split around in so many different places. Although they have taken heaven control, it's just so
my God,
weird. The approach to this entire round was just so weird by them. I mean, they went towards heaven, yeah, given that they'll get a little bit of an avenue to work around with. But that just puts in Global Esports in such a good position, because the flank comes in, they've got A shot to worry about, they've got A main to worry about, they've got the site to worry about, and even heaven, because in heaven itself there's two angles. Someone could peek in from side, someone could peek in from the back of heaven, and ORGLESS 5, that clearly did not work out.
Yeah, that's a tiny little bit questionable. I would say the plan that they were trying to opt to go for without any form of aiming control. You know for a fact that I like these flanking type strategies where you go in down through from the side of mid, you take heaven control, and then you push yourself down towards the side of site, but it was pretty much really backward, and I don't really like how this really went. But at the same time, it's going to be GE just going for another couple of pushes. Lightning Fast is wants to test the limits as much as he possibly can, and Lightning Fast is gonna be going for one. Pull down his knife. Go on, I fell. Do it. No, let's get Rossi. Why?
Okay.
Why Rossi? Why? He just ruined my fun, man. He just ruined my fun. I don't like Rossi anymore, man. I'm gonna send him an Instagram and be like, why did you ruin my fun?
Yeah, I mean,
even Lightning Fast is sad, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Global Esports, they definitely are going to be talking about it after the match, I believe, because look at the laughter on the side of ORGLESS 5 as well. They're having a bit of a laughter moment themselves, Patrick and the rest of the gang. And right now, SK Rossi, he still hasn't died in 2 rounds, and he's got 5 kills to his name. And I want to see how long he can stay immortal for, although he might be radiant. Get it?
Oh my God, dude.
Okay, he just runs in.
Alright, buddy.
Alright, that's one way to get this done, but there's an immediate response. Lightning Fast takes down Rex though, and now Lightning Fast. Okay!
Oh my God, okay. He's bad, he's bad. He's like, Rossi, you better die because you took away my knife kill, man. You cannot let that happen. Skills gets another one down on a knife gesture. With that, yeah, it's just Bullseye versus the entire world. Gets spotted out by that turret. He has nowhere to run, he has nowhere to hide. Does spot out Skills though, but at the same time, yeah, Skills off to go in for that wide swing. Re-swings the corner. Kappa's gonna be coming on down as the backup. Couple of shots to the body to take him on down now. That's going to be the third round on the board, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why you never take the most experienced teams in our country over towards Ascent. Because as soon as you take them there, yeah, you are not going to be in a pretty happy space.
Oh my God. Okay, Global Esports. Looks like they're turning up the tide over here, aggressive. Clearly, the aggression is what they want to show, and they're showing it pretty heavily right now. As you can see, I think SK Rossi is again going for a fast B push. He's got his support by the side of Kappa. He's gonna get spotted out. The drone, the turret is also gonna spot him out over there. As Kappa, they're not relenting down. Look at this push coming in. The flash not gonna be of any use. Rex is also tagged down. Look at that astral pull coming in so far ahead. Lightning fast from across the map. Oh my god. What is happening? Global Esports. Gotcha. Okay. Hellranger. He finds Patrick as ORGLESS 5. Look at where they're standing. Aggressive. They're standing in attacking side spawn. That's how far pushed back they are from the side of Global Esports. The last man standing bullseye.
Oh no, yeah, he knows.
Okay.
He knows. Oh no. I thought Skills was
my
gonna
God.
knife him. I honestly thought Skills was gonna knife him.
Ay. He could have gone for the kill. There it is. You can see a little bit of smile on Hellranger's face. Always love to see that. You know, I really love it when I get to see Hellranger or Kappa give out a smile, because they're the veterans, they're the old guys, they're the old dogs in the team, and you quite rarely see those two pop a smile in the matches, because they're just so serious about winning it all. But when you love to see it, you love to see it. Those two guys, complete sweethearts for sure though, and they are fan favorites. And now Global Esports, they have an advantage thanks to them, and are they going to be able to capitalize upon it even more?
Oh my god, Bullseye! He was just not ready for it, man. He thought the Lightning Fast was the only person. He could have just went in for a dash and got a kill down on the Lightning Fast, but he was just not able to find it. And now the crossfire has been set up. The flashes are not going on down from the position. It's already known and dusted. And Skills and Lightning Fast.
My
the
God.
two big boys holding it down strong from the crossfire angle. One by one, they're just able to mow them down piece by piece. And GE, it feels as though they're the butchers and the lambs are the side of ORGLESS 5, just running into their crosshair vicinity and them shredding them down into millions of bits and pieces. GE, an absolute dominant showing coming out from them, and at the same time ORGLESS 5, it feels as though they're going in for the same strat over and over again without any form of changes to how they approach this engagement.
Oh yeah, I don't really know what exactly ORGLESS 5 are thinking, but clearly it's not working out in their favor. And that recon, it's not gonna spot out anybody, but guess who does get spotted out? It's Lightning Fast, and Lightning Fast is an operator on his hands. Okay, looks like he's really pissed off with SK Rossi, because they've exchanged weapons, and he's like, no, I want the operator kills, but SK Rossi's not letting him get any of those. Look at this push. Oh my god. SK Rossi, completely relentless, and Lightning Fast, although he did fire onto that person towards a beating position, SK Rossi will be stealing that kill as well. And now, Global Esports, I mean, they've completely turned up the heat, haven't they? 6-0. And this looks like a reminiscence of what we saw earlier in today, where True Rippers shut down Sus Squad by a huge margin in both the games. And it looks like Global Esports want to do that themselves in this map of Ascent.
It feels as though the main thing that they need to try and do is allow the flash and dash to come on down through and then switch up their strategies accordingly to what they would expect. But the fact is, they're not switching up their strategies much. They're just opting going for the pushes over and over again. And GE, they know for a fact that they can actually get away with it as well. The positions are just not there. The crossfires are not being set up properly. And this is so important whenever you're opting away for pushes like that. But Rex, he's going to be able to get a beautiful shot down on the SK Rossi by jiggling that corner. Catches him off guard. He was just not expecting it. But with the market force now already being done, the attackers are now on two sidelines. Rex is going to be good for two. Kev holding it down towards the back end. Pops his ultimate as well. Knows for a fact that Hellranger could just cause a little bit of damage down towards their end. Hellranger is going to be good for one. He's going to be good for two, I believe. Just not going to be able to find it. If he did have a Phantom, though, I think that he would have gotten it. But Lightning Fast with an Odin. Yeah, I think that this is your turn, Universe. You love the Odin, and you know for a fact you love Lightning Fast on it.
Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. He's not even giving up the ADS. He's got... Oh, wow. Okay. Sheesh. That was a flick of a wrist and a flick and a half. And now... Oh, he spots another. And he's just going to spray down. Look at... Lightning Fast. I mean, I know you're lightning fast, but the bullets aren't going to connect if you just spray them down fast, my friend. You need to be accurate as well. And that gun, as much of a fun it is to operate it, it is not as accurate as you would believe it to be.
Yeah, that's lightning fast for you, I guess. He can just be fast as he possibly wants today. You saw that flick of the wrist. Maybe if he pulled up another kill down on the camp, we would have absolutely lost our minds and then posted it on Instagram. And make sure to follow us on the Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, at the rate the Esports Club, to get all the fun content and also get all the frag montages as well that these players have put up in our tournament. So with now the push going on down through from the side of SK Rossi, and once again he gives absolutely no damns of what happens to him, but keeps on going. But at the same time, I think that the Rossi, you sometimes need to slow down because going in for these aggressive pushes way too much. Hellranger does have his own ultimate though. He can pop it almost immediately to try and go in for those shots, and he's gonna be able to pop it. Rexy walks into the Hunter's Fury by accident. He thought he could outrun it. He's not gonna be able to live for long though. And on towards the back end, it's gonna be Lightning Fast holding it down with the operator. One on his left, one on his right. He doesn't know where to turn, and every single member coming on down through from the side of ORGLESS 5 are going to be able to enter down towards the side. The lockdown is available though from Killjoy, and if Skills is able to get a proper positioning for his side and then get the lockdown down, this is going to be absolutely incredible. Skills, he needs to place this lockdown almost immediately. There's not really a lot of time. They need to go in for this push soon. 11 seconds for the lockdown. They're cutting it really close, and I don't really like this. And I'm very sure that the Sova doesn't know where the lockdown is at. They're going to be able to take down one. Skills is going to be good for another one. Holding on down towards the back end. Skills wants to destroy it. Skills is going to be good for another one. Patrick on the right-hand side. He's just not going to be able to flick it though. Patrick instead with a beautiful shot down to the dome of Skills. Takes him out. And that's going to be the second round of the board for the side of ORGLESS 5. But at the same time, Universe, these rounds are way too close. They're way too chaotic. I don't know what's happening anymore. Are we actually casting a tournament, or is this bugs?
I clearly do not understand. I'm in the same position where you are, my friend. And Global Esports and ORGLESS 5, they're just going at it back and forth. At this point, at least, after Global Esports put up 6 back-to-back. And ORGLESS 5 have pulled back 2 in the favor. Now it looks like the aggression might just be a little slowed. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that, SK Rossi. Just forgive me, my friend. As he's going up further, and he's gonna get it!
Serious?
This guy! Somebody stop him, please!
I don't think they know the meaning of stop that.
Yeah, clearly they don't. Kappa goes in for another aggressive peek after the flash comes in. Knowing that he's gonna be vulnerable, he still gets that, you know, peek coming in, and he gives up his life. As a result, it's gonna be a 4v4. SK Rossi. Alright, no, this is not how you do it, my friend.
He's actually gonna get away with it.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, no.
Definitely. Oh, he's a little bit worried about that close angle over there, but he's gonna give out the call that there's nobody towards B. And look at this push coming in. Skills. He has enough for utility to make it work, but the judge! Oh my god! Lightning fast! First the operator, then the Odin, now the judge.
Now the turret. Good night.
Wow.
Oi! What? Wait a minute. Is this gonna happen? Is he gonna be able to do it? But nope. Hellranger's right on the back to make it happen. But at the same time, Universe, once again, I really want to know what's happening on this map, because it feels as though GE, they're holding the gas pedals. They're just gonna keep on going, and ORGLESS 5 is like, you're gonna hold the gas pedal, we're also gonna be holding our gas pedals, and they're just making this push happen. The chaos is absolutely all over the map, but at the same time, GE, they're able to thrive in that chaos because of their systematic playstyle and the level of communication that they have together. The thing is, even when there is absolute chaos on the map, it is very important to position yourself according to what your teammates are doing all over the map. And Lightning Fast and Skills, they were able to position perfectly to play off of one another. As soon as Skills backed on off, it was time for Lightning Fast to step on up with that judge, get those 3 kills, and now at the very end, Bullseye, he got a beautiful no-scope with his own operator, but in the long run, I would say that, hey, how much did that no-scope even help? Because now the push is going to be coming on down through. Kappa wins a couple of shots, but he's going to be able to recover. Gets to 1, gets 2, probably gets his 3rd. Like, Kappa, he's going to be able to hold that angle of logs beautifully, taking down a couple of
Oh my god.
I think Jester versus the entire world, he's not going to be able to do out much. And Rossi, he's, you know, drawing a couple of circles with his own cloudburst, 8-2 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's up. The rounds are just starting, and it's pretty much already done and dusted. 8-2 on the scorecards. 2 more rounds, ladies and gentlemen, before the next half starts. At GE, they're on a massive lead.
No, they are just gonna be keeping on adding on to that scoreline that they have, which is now 8-2. And clearly, they do not want to give up any sort of room for ORGLESS 5 to make a push happen. And looks like this time they're not aggressing towards B, but it's actually SK Rossi going towards mid. And he is trying to get something for his team. He knows that there's people towards B, and he might just find it. SK Rossi, going alone at it. This is gonna be a little bit of a problem, but he's not. He just wait, he's going for more. What? SK Rossi, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Nah, that is not allowed. The guy with this much aggression, he actually finds two, and even though he gives up his life, it's okay. Because Global Esports have a lead in terms of men, in terms of rounds, and they can afford to go for that. But he's just relentless aggressive, and I mean, at this point, I don't know what exactly. He's just having so much room to work with. It's just unnatural.
And Rossi, you gotta know something. This is not a small scale tournament. This is one of the biggest tournaments in South Asia. And the fact that he's doing things like this, it absolutely astounds me. Like, this guy doesn't even care. Peeks out mid twice when he knows for a fact that there are other players there and actually gets away with it with a double kill and then finally gets traded. You can't do that unless you're Rossi, ladies and gentlemen. And when you have teammates like this on your side as well, they know for a fact that they're just gonna keep on rolling in their favor and they're just gonna keep on pushing. GE, their team play coordination is just on another level. Even though Rossi's going in for swings like this, he's actually able to take a lot of peaks with confidence. And that's what separates a top caliber player from other Radiants. Because when you are a pro player, you may think that, hey, I am Radiant, I am also a pro player, but that is not true. The level of difference between a pro player and a Radiant is absolutely ginormous, because when you're a pro player, you have a different level of confidence. You have a different way of completely playing the game. And Rossi, he's just playing mind games with everyone. He's playing like a pro player, but he has that ranked mentality in his head. He has that confidence of a ranked player, and he's just gonna keep it going in their favor. One by one, the bodies are piling up, though, towards that B side. And now GE, they're in the driver's seat, closing everything out on a 10-2 scoreline.
Alright, lightning fast. Yeah, there it is. Okay. He's picking up every single weapon except for a rifle. I mean, it is a sniper rifle. It for sure, but he's not picking up an assault rifle. And this guy, I don't know what he had for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or if he's had dinner for that matter. But clearly, he's having fun right now. And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know what's happening. But lightning fast. Clearly, he's having a baller of a game, and SK Rossi, I don't know. Imagine watching this in any other professional match, right? You just jump around, move around. You got that updraft coming in. The way he was just jumping around and getting those kills as a Jet, so aggressive. He's not at all letting them breathe. And look at the scoreline as a result of that. It's 10-2, and they're just 3 rounds away from settling this series.
I think that's one of the biggest problems of having a double initiated composition on the map of Ascent, because when it comes to KO revolves around teams that love to play a lot more systematically. And if there is no systematic play, the KO doesn't really get a lot of value out of his own utility, and they're now falling under that trap. And now, with a lot of this first initial damage already being done and the level of aggressive pushes that they are doing, this is so much more difficult to get a lot of value out of your own utility, because now you're not as confident, you don't know what to expect, you don't know how to go in for a lot of those pushes, and that is hurting them a lot. And GE, they're just not stepping off the gas pedal whatsoever. One by one, they make the bodies drop. One by one, they get all of the kills. And Cam, he's on the other side of the map. He wants to go in for a swing. He wants to go in for a kill, but still, body up in his way down to victory. He's like Bullseye. Oh, hello there. I'm gonna be a whack-a-mole, and you're gonna try and hit my head. Skills just jumps up once, twice, and just slaps him in the body with a classic right click to end off his misery. 11-2 on the scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. At GE, I thought that maybe they're gonna be playing it a little bit more slower when it came down to their attacking side, but it seems as though they're like, hell no, we're just gonna keep on going.
Yeah, and you can see there's a little bit of banter that's going on between Lightning Fast and SK Rossi over there. They're just having chuckles and they're just running around, killing people. And it looks like they're in a race to see who gets more kills, clearly. As they're the one leading the charge. SK Rossi, he has the advantage of dashing into places. But look at Lightning Fast. Oh my god.
Oh,
they're clearly having a shooting gallery. Lightning Fast gets one, but Bullseye is going to immediately turn back two. As Global Esports are running in, Global Esports are aggressing the matter, and Global Esports are winning right now. 2v3, have the advantage, have the spike going down by the hands of Hellranger, and nothing to work with over here, ORGLESS 5. They will get one little bit of a... Oh, they actually get a kill. Patrick finds one across the site over there with the Stinger. You wouldn't expect that to happen, and now left in the 1v2. His HP not too great, 37 HP. He's also been spotted. Kappa is actually also very low, down less than 10 HP. And that Recon is going to give out his position.
He might just get spammed upon. It's gonna be Patrick. Oh, he actually finds that. Oh, this could fall apart. He has the recon now. He's jumping down, unfortunately. And he's gonna give up his life as Lightning Flash. Did he just go up, get up to go and have a bout with SK Rossi?
Hey, it's a lot of fun between friends, but at the same time, Lightning Fast, he's like, Rossi, why did you dash in behind me? You could have dashed in and maybe gotten that reverse kill down on a bullseye and maybe gotten another kill for yourself. You know, like a little bit of banter between friends is always going to be there, but at the same time, this is going to be the 12-2 scoreline. This is kind of the thing that you were expecting, the thrashing that we were talking about in map number 1, but it seems as though the map will find they were able to do a lot more, and seemingly here on Ascent, yeah, this is why you never take such a high experience team down to these types of common maps, because here's where it's a lot more difficult to get a lot of value out of, but at the same time, SK Rossi, he just gets caught between the rock and a hard place, and he has nowhere to turn, and he has nowhere to hide. Skills is gonna be good for 2. Patrick's gonna be able to take down 1, but at the same time, how much more can you do? Naive Jester comes on down straight out of that smoke, uses that Marshall to get that first initial kill, and one by one, they're making the push happen. The ultimate wants to be popped from the side of Hellranger, but Bullseye, he was just already there. He was already making it play happen. And now it's time for Naive Jester to have a little bit of fun with his buddy Bullseye. Pulls him away from the spike, being like, hey, this is my spike defuse. I want my ultimate to step away from it.
We defend this place, so. We
You know,
defend this reality.
I love it that even the opponents, even though they are on the receiving end of a 12-2 scoreline, 12-3 now, they're still having fun. They're okay with it. And SK Rossi, I don't exactly know what he was thinking when he did that right there, but definitely this did not work out in his favor. And now the one thing that I do want to point out over here is you just look, okay? The next time the player cams come up, I just want you to look at SK Rossi. He's having fun. I want you to look at Lightning Fast. He's having fun, aggressive. And then I want you to look at Kappa. Kappa is as serious as ever. He's like, these kids are here having fun. I just want to get this done with.
Yeah, at the same time, hey, he's like that dad figure. We always know him to be the person who's always ready, but what? The shock darts! Patrick!
Wait, what?
Patrick! You just did not do that, man. That guy just pulled off lineups that are absolutely incredible. Naive Jester gets a beautiful double kill. Patrick is getting his first. Bullseye with his own double. And this round is a deserving win for the side of ORGLESS 5. Right off the bat, a beautiful shock dart coming on down through. And then immediately, another beautiful double kill from the side of Naive Jester. ORGLESS 5. After this one specific round, if there isn't an org that wants to side them, I don't know.
Wow. Absolute wow factor. That's a very top. Oh my god. ORGLESS 5. How the hell did you pull that off? And especially that man right there, Patrick. I think I need to get on a call with him and try to learn that, because that is clearly one of the best lineups I've seen. I mean, that's absolutely crazy.
There is absolutely nothing you can do about it. That was a beautiful killjoy. Like, how are you supposed to counteract that?
You don't. And just look at that.
Deploying drone.
Oh my god. Global Esports, they're trying to run in. They're trying to get a little bit of room to play. Oh! Ouch! That's gonna hurt. Oh, that's gonna hurt, and this is gonna hurt too. SK Rossi is making things happen. He's SK Rossi. He wants to shut this down, and he wants to shut this down fast. 12-4. It looks like it could be 13-4 any second now. Kev, he has a positioning that is not too great. Oh wait, he's actually gonna make use of it. It's gonna be Skills who goes down. The ultimate comes in. Kappa trying to find some capitalist gains over here, but he's not gonna get anything. It's gonna be Kev to run in with that. Oh boy, the Cosmic Divide comes in there. They're just completely putting up everything they can over here. Kev gets Kappa in a very good position to work this one out. Hellranger just needs to move in. He does not get the kill. It's gonna be Kev to get a 3k for himself as ORGLESS 5. They're gonna be surviving another round, and look at them. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves. They don't know what's happening. Neither do GE. And this is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, if this is not an entertaining match, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that is for sure. But at the same time, I feel as though Hellranger, he could have gone in and tried and saved out this round, because I don't think he spotted out the gun barrel from the side of Kev like I had when I was looking on down through onto that spike. But hey, in those moments of chaos, even those small details can miss your eye from time to time. So in a way, I would say that this eco round was more than successful because not only were we able to completely demoralize your opponents by absolutely incredible plays and beautiful shots, but at the same time, you're still going to be able to keep the pressure on and keep the ball rolling in your favor because now it's going to be another mid push coming on down through from the side of the attackers, ladies and gentlemen, and they're making the flashes happen. They're popping pretty much everything other than the kitchen sink to try and hold this one down, but the ultimate is still in the hands of Kevin. He pops his ultimate. This execution down towards the B side will just fall in absolute shambles if they don't play their cards properly. And SK Rossi, how do you actually get away with it? No one's going to be opting to trade him out.
Wow,
SK Rossi's
okay.
going to be able to get a double kill. He's actually probably going to be able to get his third as well, but Bullseye's going to be able to shut him down with that operator. Kappa's going to be on the other side of the map, being able to get another kill down on the right side control, going in the favor of the side of GE. And now it's all up to Kev. Kev's going to be going for one. Kev, if he just gets one more kill, things are going to be looking up for the side of ORGLESS 5. Keep their tournament teams alive here one more time and keep this match in their favor. Kev with the spam's going to be able to shut down Lightning Fast, but Hellraiser's on the other side of the map, getting the spike fly down towards the side of A. They need to make the rotation now, and ORGLESS 5, they didn't even expect this. They're still thinking it's on the B side. They need to make the push out towards the side of A. The clock is ticking on down with Hellraiser having a lot of his utility available to try and stop any form of aggressive push that could be coming on down towards the side of Garden here, Universe.
Oh boy, this could be the beginning of the end, and it looks like Hellranger is going to be feeding
Oh,
into
another
them.
lineup.
Another lineup, absolutely, another lineup, and here comes the fault line. It's gonna try to stop him, and there it is, Hellranger, he needs to run in now, and there it is, the first kill coming in, it's half defused already. Kev, last man standing, not gonna be able to do it, it's gonna be skills to shut it down, as a completely entertaining and beautiful match comes to an end, and it is Global Esports who put up a better performance than the previous one, 13-5, and you can see, finally, yes, I spotted Kappa smiling. I have achieved my objective of the day. I just wanted to catch Kappa smiling, and I did.
Hey, our boy Universe has ascended on to the next dimension. He's no longer Universe anymore. He is the multiverse for a reason. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was an intense matchup. That is for sure an absolute wrecking ball and a roller coaster of emotions. And hey, I need to get myself a can of Red Bull, so I'm going to be scanning this QR code down there. And you should as well, ladies and gentlemen, because after what happened here, I need a lot of energy because my RAM got, like, I can't even speak anymore because that's how intense this match was. And hey, we're going to be running through it one more time. And your boy Universe is going to be the one doing all of that. So let's head on down over to the LG Ultragear match highlights and see what happened on the map of Ascent from a bird's eye view. Because honestly, Universe, this map was so chaotic that I need you to run me through this.
Oh, I mean, I don't think anybody can run us through what just happened, let alone me, you, or Assassin, or anybody. I don't even think Global Esports and ORGLESS 5 themselves can run us past what just happened, because the amount of aggression that Global Esports showed right from the beginning until the very end, they did not give up at all. They were shut down so many times. Still, rounds like this, look at this. I mean, it was almost as if Lightning Fast and SK Rossi were just on a roll to get kills for themselves and who's going to come out on top over there. And my oh my, I mean, although SK Rossi did come out on top, he's the leading person on the server with 20 kills. Lightning Fast did some of the nuttiest shot that he's done as well. And be it with the judge, be it with the operator, be it with the sheriff, whatever he picked up, that man killed the opponent with. And look at this, man. These are rounds where you absolutely push back an attacker into their own spawn aggressive. How often do you see that happen when they've got full weapons on their hands?
Yeah, that's the side of GE for you. The absolute oppressive forces, they're known as that for a reason. And the way that they were able to make their defensive side feel like the attacking side. Like, honestly, Universe, if you told me that GE was attacking, and if I had no idea about Valorant, I would have completely believed. Like, honestly speaking, I would have believed that the way that they were pushing the angles, it felt as though the side was actually on the attacker side spot instead of the defender side spot. Like, it was that convoluted when it came down to the game plans from the strategy, but hey, they were able to make it work, and I like this. The fact that they're now using the breach-based combination to go in for a lot more aggressive plays instead of trying to play reactively just goes to show that they're growing as a team. Because I always talked about this, Korean teams, why do they love to play that breach and jet combination? Because with the breach and jet, you can constantly go in for aggressive pushes and then switch up the dynamic. If your opponents are not able to catch you off guard with a couple of their own crossfires, when you opt to go in for those aggressive pushes, then and only then will you need to change up your strategies. And ORGLESS 5, they were just not expecting it, and they were just not ready, because I feel as though they never really faced a jet and breach combination that works so beautifully like the side of global esports. And looking at the stats here as well, universe, everyone is going to be well rounded, with SK Rossi getting those 20 frags and a 298 PCS.
Oh boy, Global Esports. What a performance from them. They not just managed to entertain us, they also managed to put up a beautiful, dominant performance over here with the amount of aggression that they had, with the amount of support that every single person on the team gave to each other. It was just absolutely crazy. And kudos to SK Rossi for setting up so many aggressive kills, because he was absolutely ridiculous. Him and Lightning Fast. I mean, I think Lightning Fast wanted to go for another agent, but I think by mistake he locked on to a controller, because clearly he was functioning as a duelist.
Yeah, Lightning Fast is always going to be that duelist player at heart, because hey, we always remember Lightning Fast to be one of those players that as soon as he picked up Valorant, he was so proficient on the duelist, and then suddenly he switched on down over to the controller role, and of course the Sentinel role, and his aim just got better and better every single day. But hey, that's just Lightning Fast for you, ladies and gentlemen. I will say that when it came down as a raw unit, the entirety of GE, they performed really well. But at the same time, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the side of ORGLESS 5, because they played admirably. And even though they were caught off guard, they constantly kept on trying. They constantly kept on adapting their play styles to try and go up against the side of GE. But in the long run, they were just not able to find it. But hey, we're not done here just yet, ladies and gentlemen. We still have the analysts, because I feel as though my boy Assassin, he has a couple of choice words to say here as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you real shortly with the TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. And we'll catch you in the analyst desk after a short word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the analyst desk of the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your host, Assassin47, and with me on the desk are your casters and analysts, Aggressive and Universe. Well, guys, I hope you definitely had a great time casting that particular BO3, even though it did not go all the three maps. I am sure for a fact that the map of Ascent it definitely did offer quite a lot from the side of Team ORGLESS 5. But we definitely are going to talk a lot more about map number 2. But before that, we're going to talk about map number 1 as to what exactly happened in the map of Bind, right? Where it was Global Esports' pick, and Global Esports won out the map 13-7. Now, the best part about both of these maps are that, ORGLESS 5, they managed to, at least on the map of Bind, managed to put up more than 5 rounds because I've kind of thought that, Global Esports is going to walk away 13-3, 13-4 or something like that. But yeah, pretty good performance. But at the same time, I want much more detailed insight coming out from you, Aggressive. What exactly happened on the map of Bind?
I feel as though on Bind, it really came down to Knife Jester not being able to perform the best of his own abilities. Because I know it's not really the best thing to say whenever you single out one specific player and what they did wrong. But a lot of the pressure was on to Knife Jester's shoulders to try and pull off a miracle. Not even a miracle here, Assassin, to pull off his abilities properly to counteract a lot of the strategies coming on down from the side of Global. He had his ultimate available in multiple different rounds where he could have used it to stop an immediate outlying push that could be coming on down through because of ultimate from GE, but he did not even use any of that. His flashes were not being used to go in for aggressive swings. His flashes were not being used to try and stop a lot of these aggressive rushes that could be coming on down from the side of GE. And that kind of just added up slowly but surely over time, causing a lot of the rounds to just go out of their favor. And the rounds that they were supposed to win, yes, they won it out in a pretty good manner. But at the same time, when it came down to the 2 versus 4 situation, they just stopped playing together as a team. And I feel as though the utility usage is just not as present. And as you were saying previously on the analysis on the pre-show, that the aim is present from all the members from the side of ORGLESS 5, but when it comes down to the utility usage, it's just not there just yet.
Yeah, ORGLESS 5, they definitely need to go ahead and start preparing all of these strats and get their setups ready against teams like Global Esports, because it is not just the aim department that you have to focus on, right? That is not how this particular game works. You gotta go ahead and prepare some strats here. You gotta use your abilities. You gotta make some combo plays in order to bamboozle your opponents and in order to put up these victories as well against teams like Global Esports. But hey, ORGLESS 5 for their debut in the Gauntlet, they did not perform that bad. I mean, yeah, going up against a team like Global Esports, we all know, right? It definitely is going to be a tough one. But it's okay. ORGLESS 5, they're going to learn a lot out of this match, and I feel like that they are going to come back stronger in the next one as well. But now we're going to be heading on towards the scoreboard for the side of map 1, and I wanted to quickly take a look at what exactly is the story over there as well in Universe. I wanted to know, who exactly do you think was the player who stood out from the side of ORGLESS 5? Because, see, again, we know for a fact that this was the first game in the entire gauntlet where, KO was used. So,
Yeah.
interestingly, I kind of really love the way, ORGLESS went ahead and got themselves the KO in their composition. But yeah, I want your insight as to which player stood out from the side of ORGLESS 5, at least in map number 1.
I think you can see it clear. It was Kev, the man who's leading up from the front, who got the MVP as well to his name. Kev was an absolute beast, and he got so many multi-kill rounds for himself. And as a result, he got the 20 kill mark, and he had the ACS of 278 as well. And you can see that he definitely had an impact on the game, and that's the reason why there were so many times where his orbital strike was so useful, in holding off a push coming from Global Esports, or even getting a lot of chipping damage going on, and his utilization of his smokes was absolutely brilliant. The lineups that he had, not exactly lineups, but then he knew when exactly to put a Molotov down onto the spike when it was planted, and he was stuck in a situation where he's in a 2v2 or 1v2 where he had to put it down, and he was just so very good for his team, especially in that U-Haul position. And he gave Global Esports quite a difficult time when they tried to push him towards A, but in the end, it was Global Esports who overpowered him. But hey, Kev, he definitely has potential, and we're probably going to be seeing a lot more of him putting up highlight reels like he did today.
Definitely. Well, with that, it's time for us to dive straight in towards map number 2. And once again, I hand over the mic to you, Universe, because I know for a fact that you have some insights on the map of Ascent, and I know for a fact that you were absolutely in love with some of the SOA lineups coming out from the side of ORGLESS 5. So why
Oh,
don't you
yeah.
go ahead and
Yep.
why don't you go ahead and walk our lovely audience through that?
Yeah. I mean, Sova lineup, the one that I saw coming in from that man right there. It was
Patrick,
I think
right?
Patrick. Yeah, it was Patrick.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
Patrick.
Yeah, it was Patrick who was playing the Sova, and that lineup was absolutely beautiful. Like you said, I was in love with it. And ORGLESS 5, they did so much on this map that was a little different. Like, especially the first round itself, they pushed up towards a heaven. And that was a very, very weird approach that I mean, I have seen teams do that, but it's just not that successful, and we know that. And all 5 of their players were there, and they just got pinched in from every single direction. And then round after round, it was Global Esports who kept on pushing in the aggressive pin that they have into the hearts of ORGLESS 5. And my God, the deeper it went, the more it hurt them. And Global Esports, they put up 6 rounds as a result of that, 6-0, after which finally ORGLESS 5 gave a little bit of, a comeback. They gave a couple of rounds back to themselves to breathe along with, but even after that, it was just Global Esports completely dominating the show. And I just want to talk about how these guys were just like, it was SK Rossi and Lightning Fast who were just having a banter off the server and on the server as well. Who wants more kills? In the beginning, it was all systemic, right? But after that, SK Rossi went completely mad. He went everywhere as hard as he could push in, and he just completely obliterated the side of Force ORGLESS 5. And look at this. There are rounds like this where he runs in, he gets 2, and he's just completely not afraid. There is no fear in that man at all. And the rest of Global Esports as well. And clearly it paid off for them, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to be adapting to this playstyle again against some of the other teams that they're going to be facing off in this group.
ORGLESS 5, what exactly do you think aggressive went wrong for them? Was it the composition that they had, or was it just the fact that Global Esports, they are a lot better on the map of Ascent?
I feel as though they just outplayed ORGLESS in a lot of different ways, because considering what happened here was that Global Esports, they understood. When you have that KO in your roster, that just makes a lot of those aggressive pushes or a lot of those aggressive plays that you would normally make a lot more difficult, because the KO could just stop you every single time. So what did they do to try and counteract this? They knew for a fact that Hellranger would have not gotten any form of a chance to use his utility properly if they stayed inside of the site. And to counteract that, they were like, we need to go now, and we need to catch him off guard every single time. And that stage, what can Kev even do if he tries to throw his knife down onto one sideline, and if he's not able to get a proper read on where Hellranger actually is and shut him down with his knife, he's not going to be able to do anything. So no knife, and there is going to be a flash in your face, and then suddenly SK Rossi just pops out of the corner being like, oh, hello there, I have an axe in my hand and it has your name written on it. That's exactly what happened every single time. SK Rossi swung the corner, there was another guy swinging from shore, there was another guy coming from spawn, and from the side of B, Wade, all over the place. It was like cockroaches coming out of every single nook and cranny of your house. And the side of GE, they just play it so beautifully on their own defensive side that the attacking side was just history. How much more can you do when it's a 10-2 scoreline, you gone down over to the second half, and then you lost out on your best round as well? Things did not look up in the favor of Sat ORGLESS 5, and I feel as though they just got outplayed instead of their composition being the biggest disadvantage, in my opinion, that is.
Well, sounds fair, because again, we know for a fact that they faced off against a team like Global Esports, who have been, together from quite some time, and they have got a lot more strats under their sleeves compared to the side of ORGLESS 5 as well. But hey, ORGLESS 5, don't you guys worry about anything. This is just the start of Gauntlet Season 2. This is day number 2. We've got a long journey ahead of us, and we are pretty sure of the fact that you guys are going to go back to the drawing board, figure out what went wrong, bring some changes into your composition maybe if you feel like, and just try and bring in these high IQ strats as well against teams like Global Esports to sort of bamboozle them and take away the win as well. With that, we pretty much come at the end of the day as well. Let's take a quick look at the group standings now that are updated, and we want to quickly take a look at how exactly the story is going on. So Global Esports, they have sort of made their way in towards the first position now, and Team EXO, they have gone in towards the second spot. And I feel like aggressive. From here on out, right, things are going to get even spicier when we are going to be seeing the other teams that are, teams like FS Esports who are going to go ahead and play out their games as well. FS Esports, of course, is X-Fangs. So, yeah, things are going to get interesting in Group B because it is going to be all of these underdogs, right? Try to fight each other and try to figure out as to how exactly things are going to go. Except for teams like EXO and Global Esports, I feel like most of these other teams are just going to try and bring it down to raw aim game. What are your thoughts on that, Aggressive?
I feel as though aim game is gonna be there, but at the same time, Team EXO, they have proven themselves to now shift away a little bit from that aim game and rely a little bit more on their youth.
So exactly, right? So teams like Global Esports and EXO, they're gonna be the ones keeping them aside. Yeah, keeping them aside. All of these other underdog teams in the current group, that is FS Esports, and we have got Team ORGLESS themselves. I feel like they are just gonna, it's gonna be a very close affair between them.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Sorry about that. I didn't really catch the question. I kind of zoned off for a minute. It was like you were talking about EXO. But yeah, moving on down, I would say the team cohesion, I feel as though would be the underlier for the underdogs, because after what happened in the season one on the group stages, they have improved a lot and they've showcased that when it comes down to their raw aim game, they're really good. But now they're shifting a little bit more towards the side of utility. So as you can already see from the scorecard as well, FS Esports, we know them to be from the side of Team Fangs, and their aim game is really good, and the utility usage is there. Like, I will say that it's there and it's very much present, and it's constantly evolving every single time we see them. But the main problem they have in their side is actually the team play and coordination. They are very, very solo-based players. They have their utility usage, they know what to do, but they don't know how to coordinate it together with one another. But from what I saw from the side of ORGLESS today, it's really hard to say, but at the same time, we really do need to say it as well, as we are the analysts. Their utility usage is not in cohesion with the team and also themselves. They could use it in a much more of a reactive manner instead of trying to use it proactively. And in that sense, I feel as though ORGLESS 5, after this one initial game, they can go back to the drawing board, see what they did wrong, and then come back to get stronger. But at the same time, here, Assassin, what I really want to see is actually Outset Esports, because I've been having this team in my eyes for a really long time, and I really want to see how they perform in one of the biggest stages of South Asia.
Through that, teams like Team Cohesion, Outside Esports, Team Valor, these are the teams that are going to be like, a sort of a competition to the side of ORGLESS 5 and even FS Esports. And the match that these guys are going to play against each other are going to be the games that are going to be very, very close, and these games are actually going to define as to how exactly they are going to progress throughout season number 2. And I know for a fact that Outside Esports, talking about them, right, we know for a fact that they are the ones who actually beat down RG Academy, and they have made their way in towards season 2 as well. They have completely thrown RG Academy out of season 2 for the Gauntlet. And that is something that sort of caught my eye, when our admin team and everyone just informed me that this happened. I was like, okay, damn, Outside Esports. Not really sure what's up with them, but I gotta take a look at their game. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing them as well. In order to not miss that specific match, all you have to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also, don't forget to hit the bell notification icon to never miss another update. But with that, Aggressive and Universe, we come to an end of day 2 for the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. It was a lovely day where we had 2 games. Both were kind of storms, but, this is a good start in a way where all of these teams are going to understand that they got to do better. They have to keep on improving, and they have to, sort of go back to the drawing board, figure out how exactly to tackle these titans in their particular group. With that, thank you so much for watching. You guys were watching the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 2, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We'll be catching you guys tomorrow with more and more Valorant action. Until then, it is going to be us 3 signing off. Good night, goodbye, sweet dreams.
Bye.